Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Paulina. So very nice to have you here. And today we're going to do a reading vlog. I've recently been really in the mood to read some thrillers. I've been seeing a lot of thriller recommendations on TikTok, and of course I went and bought majority of them. So we're going to read 5 of those books. I would say thrillers is one of my favorite genres. I'm going to be real honest with y'all. I'm filming this after I actually filmed the whole video, and that's because I'm not sure what happened to the footage of the first 2 books I read. There is half of the footage of Local Woman missing, but there's absolutely no footage of The Only One Left. I don't know what happened to it. Don't even ask me. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of background because it just doesn't exist. The first book I rip into is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. And one of my favorite books ever is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. And this is his new release. Okay, so this book was recommended to me by someone on TikTok, and this person said that this is one of their favorite thrillers, and I just had to read that as someone who enjoys thrillers. And I would say this just is kind of a typical thriller. It's about a woman who goes missing, and then a week, or like I think a week, sometime after, a woman and her child, her daughter, go missing. 10 years later, the daughter shows up. And it's multiple perspective, jumping timelines. Yeah. So let's start the reading vlog. Okay, so I have less than 100 pages left of Local Woman missing. It's been 6 days. Honestly, thrillers don't usually take me a whole ton of time to read, and I think 6 days is quite a bit because I'm not that invested in the story. I'm not a fan of the writing, to be completely honest. It's really easy to read, but it just feels like I'm reading words on a page, and like not like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel that great. We just reached the first plot twist. I'm not shocked. There's so many characters in this book. I'm not emotionally invested with any of them. I think honestly, after reading Riley Sager's new book, The Only One Left, I think that was a really tough act to follow, so I don't think this book doesn't compare to The Only One Left. But my goal is to finish this today because I just went book shopping for a ton of new thriller books, so I really want to get to those. I just finished this book already. I just want to know why it happened, who got killed, and I'm hoping the next plot twist will blow my socks off because that'll make it worth it. I do have a inkling of what's gonna happen. We will see. Okay, I just finished Local Woman Missing, and here are my thoughts. I'm underwhelmed. I wasn't a fan of the plot twist. The second plot twist was really predictable to me. And when you read some thriller books, you're kind of left with this like, oh man, like what a twist. What a twist, my jaw dropped. With this one, you kind of feel disappointed. And it's kind of sad. Like, I mean, yeah, thriller books are sad, but like this one was really sad. At the end, the twist just wasn't satisfying. The ending felt rushed, and honestly just didn't make a lot of it made sense, but it was unbelievable because this book feels really realistic, and the ending just like felt so unbelievable to me. I can't decide what book I want to read next. I've been seeing The Housemaid all over TikTok, and I went to Indigo yesterday, a few hours ago, and they only had the sequel, The Housemaid Secrets, which I picked up because I have high hopes. But I'm supposed to get the first book tomorrow, or maybe on Tuesday because it's a long weekend. Alright, so it's been a while. I needed a break from thrillers because it was putting me in a little sad mood. So I read Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood to reset the palette. Now I'm nearly done. None of This Is True by Lisa Joel. and I am loving it so far. It is such a good thriller. I'm so excited to finish it. I got home from school early just so I could sit here, finish it, and then just know what happens. I'm really enjoying this so far. It's a little different than the other thrillers I read. It's about a podcast, which is so fun because I do a podcast called In Our 20s, if you don't know about that. So that's fun. And I'm interested to know how the title is going to play into the book. I have a theory forming in my head already. It's good because you kind of know the main character's a little bit crazy, a little bit insane, but I feel like there's more to the story. So let's read it. Alright, so I just finished None of This Is True. Insane. Absolutely insane. I'm still processing the thoughts in my head. The thing about this book, which sets this apart from other thrillers, is that it doesn't really have those twists at the end. You kind of realize what's happening from the start of the book. This book is pretty much about two women who accidentally meet, who happen to be born on the same day of the same year in the same hospital. And so they accidentally bump into each other at the bar on both of their birthdays. Then from that moment on, the main character gets obsessed with this other woman she met. She then pretty much stalks this other woman and finds out that this other woman actually does a podcast about extraordinary women who have changed their lives and done amazing things. And she tells her, I haven't done anything extraordinary in my life yet, but I think you should cover my life because I will do something extraordinary. I will be changing my life. The girl with the podcast, her name is Alex. She says yes because she wasn't sure where her podcast was going to be headed and wanted a fresh change. What unfolds is insane. I'll be honest, if I didn't have to go to school and be a functioning member of society, I would have finished this in one sitting. I just have to be responsible. So easy to finish, so easy to read, so fun to read because every chapter section is so short. What I really like is that near the end, you think you finished it, but then it's like, oh, 4 weeks later, 4 months later, and then 16 months later, or 16 weeks, I don't remember. Insane. I will say the ending was not that satisfying though. The plot was pretty good. Hello. So it's been a couple of days. I started The Housemates. It's pretty good so far. Making me really mad in some parts. I just hate the way the wife treats the housekeeper. Makes me feel disgusted. I came home early from school today because I'm just not feeling good. So I got myself a little Diet Coke right there. About to maybe finish this book because it's so good I think I can finish it in one sitting. Alright y'all, so I finished The Housemaid and it was an ending I guessed, but it was still good. And it just kept on getting better. It kept on getting better. Such a good read. So good. Highly recommend this. I felt like it really got to the point. It didn't drag on. I felt like I only read this for like a few hours and it was finished. One of my favorite thrillers I think I've ever read. But here is my problem now. For my last thriller, I'm not sure if I want to read the second book to this first one, which is The Housemaid's Secrets, or if I want to read the book of the month pick I got, which is The Intern, which is also a thriller. I started this, I'm like 6 pages in, and part of me just really wants to read the second book because it's the same character now in a different story, and I don't know, it's really exciting. I don't know, and this one was really good. So I don't know if I want to do this one now, but maybe I want to just do a different plotline. Not plotline, different author. But I've been trying to edit the vlog and it has been a struggle. I swear, I've been trying for hours and it's just not working. So if my vlog ever goes out, just know I've been through it trying to edit it. Okay, so a little break from reading shenanigans. This is my filming reading corner. It's one of my favorite places in my house. This is where I'm filming all my videos. This this is where I chill and read. And I'm in the process of tuning it up to just elevate it, to make it look better. Because I already think it looks good, but I am here to elevate it. So yesterday I got rid of the curtains and I put white curtains in, and that kind of looked horrible. So I went and bought pink curtains to match this pink pillow. I bought this lamp, and then my best friend and co-host of Inner 20s, Bran, created these beautiful prints. She's so talented, and I'm gonna hang them up somewhere in that corner. Okay, so I actually really like that. I think that's really cute. It's a good vibe with the pillow here. I feel like I need to move the prints over this way a little. Yeah. Overall, I really like it. I don't know, are the prints too small? Like in person, the prints are perfect on the wall. In camera, for some reason, that wall just looks so long. I gotta ask my mom. So my mom approves. She added this plant. This is where it belongs now. I love it. I love the pink. Pink is my happy color. I'm so excited to live in this corner now. Okay, I'm gonna go and read in this corner. Goodbye. Hey y'all, I did not update you guys in a hot minute. I was really overwhelmed with schoolwork, so I didn't really have the time to, or the desire honestly, to film anything. Now I'm sick. I feel like I look sick and I sound sick, so I don't know if I'm gonna refilm this clip or something because I just feel gross. But perfect time to read, am I right? So I did end up picking up the Intern, the book of the month of September. And the interactions between the judge and main character Madison is just so honestly just cringy. I'm just not really enjoying it. I kind of wish I DNF'd it, but I feel like now that I have 100 pages left that I should just finish it. So let's see how that goes. I'm honestly ready to move on from this book. All right, so I finished reading the 5 thriller books, and let's discuss my thoughts. Let's discuss what you should read and what you shouldn't read. I started off with Local Women Missing by Mary Kubica. I'm gonna be honest, this book did not hit for me. I was not a huge fan of it. I thought the thriller was very typical, nothing really special. I thought it was predictable. I thought the dialogue was really bad in the book. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a 3 stars. All right, then I read The Only One Left by Riley Sager, and you can never go wrong with a Riley Sager. This book was really, really good. I highly recommend it. I thought the plot was interesting. I thought the characters were interesting. The dialogue was great. I felt like I was in the story. It kept me up at night for the beginning. But you know, when the thriller is solved, you have nothing to be scared of anymore. So you sleep fine. I highly recommend this one. I think it's like a 4 stars for me. Then I read None of This Is True, which I lent out to a friend, so I don't have on me right now. I thought this book was really good. I also gave it a 4 stars. I thought the dialogue was cringy at times, but the story was so interesting that the fact that it was a podcast and that it was like just fun to read. Allegedly, the audiobook is really good. It was good. Like, I enjoyed it. Not my favorite thriller for sure, but definitely far from my least favorite. It was very fun. Then I read The Housemaid by Freida McFadden, and I recently found out that she has a ton of thrillers that are quite popular. So this is very much her niche. I enjoyed this book. I read it within 24 hours. Maybe the dialogue in thrillers is just like, no, you know what? No excuses. The dialogue was cringy sometimes. I was really frustrated at some of the characters. I don't know, but I did do an in-depth video about this if you want like my full in-depth opinion. So that will be coming out shortly. Overall, a really good thriller. If you're looking for a really solid thriller, maybe you're in a reading slump, this will get you right out of this reading slump and give you what you want. So I recommend this one. This one was really good. Really creepy. I will say creepy, and makes you realize that some people are really screwed up. And childhood affects a lot of things. That's all I'm gonna say. The last book I read was The Intern. I already briefly discussed that I really wanted to DNF this book, and to be honest, I am disappointed that I didn't DNF this book, because to be quite frank, I did not enjoy this book whatsoever. I thought the dialogue was some of the hardest dialogue to get through. It was so extremely unbelievable. Like, just the way they communicated. I thought the plot was very interesting. It was like mafia-esque, dirty cops, dirty lawyers, Harvard. Genuinely, I enjoy reading about that kind of thing. But like the dynamic between The Intern and The Judge was weird. It was just weird and made me feel icky. Like, I don't recommend this book, to be quite honest. I'm sure there's a book with a similar plotline that does it better. No offense. All right, after reading 5 thrillers back to back, almost back to back, I had to take some breaks. Would I do it again? Probably not. I'm gonna have to take more breaks in between thrillers because that was a lot of thrillers to consume. And I feel like it just puts you in a sad mood. But do I regret it? No, because I felt like I found some really great books and then I just understood my taste a little better. And that's all we can hope for, right?